Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 12th episode of Mind Your Language Commentaries. In this episode, I'll be commenting on How's Your Father?
What are you and Max arguing about?
Nothing, honest. I just asked her to come for a Greek meal, and I thought we could have a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It's a little bit of the other that I don't like.
I think Daniel doesn't like the fact that maybe Max wants to sleep with her, or he asking unreasonable things, and which Daniel obviously doesn't like because she's not interested in Max or Giovanni.
He's making fun of Santa Maria.
What, Santa Maria, the Virgin Mary?
No, Luigi Santa Maria, the Italian footballer.
Italian footballers, animals.
I don't know what animals mean. It probably means they are lame or something in Spanish. And I'm surprised to hear there's a Santa Maria person in real life.
Your subject is the seaside.
The seaside. I like to go to the beach, take all my clothes off and lie in the sun.
Tell me which beach I come and watch.
Don't interrupt, Giovanni.
Why would you do that? I mean, if you take out your clothes and just leave your, the beach wear inside, I mean, that's okay, but obviously Giovanni is very interested for perverted reasons.
Only one thing I'm not liking.
What's that?
Paying the money for the license.
For those wondering, some countries like the UK have television license. People must own one before they can purchase a television set. But something happened later in the series where Ali tells Mr. Brown that he doesn't have a license and he doesn't know how much it costs. So something is not right. Either someone gave him the license or he stopped paying for it. It's a continuity error, I must add.
In Democratic Republic of China, philosophy is for the proletariat, where all property invested in community, each member working according to his capacity and receiving according to his wants, as opposed to Western philosophy, where proletariat exploited by corrupt capitalists and imperialistic warmongers who seek only to oppress working classes and create class hatred. Chairman Mao, he said...
That is not true. That's right.
So they took the opportunity once again to express her Chinese socialist doctrine to everybody. And of course she speaks like a rap god, which is pretty amusing if you ask me.
Paintings of ladies barefoot up to here. And showing their bosoms and all that.
That museum is probably M18 because it's really... she's Gemina's talking about painting nude paintings.
Us Catholics go to heaven.
What about everybody else?
Everybody else go to hell.
Wow, that's so mean.
Yeah, I don't think we'll pursue that subject for any more, if you don't mind. Thank you, Anna.
Then you shouldn't have started it in the first place.
Like British birds, especially blondes.
Quiet. That is not very funny, right?
For those wondering why he said British birds, he meant British girls, like blondes, brunettes, and so on. But the question was about British birds, those animals that can fly and have wings,
After I drink it, I do my third hobby. But you don't let me talk about that. Hey, my friend Vincenzo, his hobby is pinching.
Oh, you mean he's a thief?
No, not a thief.
He said his hobby was pinching. What does he pinch?
You don't let me talk about that either.
A clever way to still talk about girls even though you're not allowed to. Pretty creative one, Giovanni.
There's plenty stars.
Yeah, well, can you name some?
Sì. Sofia Loren, Brigitte Bardot.
What he mentioned were names of celebrities. Basically, they are considered stars because, they are celebrities. But Mr. Brown asked him about the stars in the galaxy. Like, for example, the sun is a star.
Hey, I no speak for 1 minute.
Yeah, well, I think you've spoken for long enough.
Because he was trying to make he doesn't know the topic. So he tried to make it long as possible, even though he have no idea what the stars in the galaxy are.
Mother and father killed when I was a small boy. Childhood, very lonely.
For those wondering what might happen to his parents, I did cover a lot of video on that. And I'm not sure if I did, but what really happened was that when he was a little boy, let's assume Taro was 40 or 30 or 50. And this is set in 1970. When he was a little boy, let's say 10 years old, that's probably, let's say this is 1970s, right? Minus 30 years, 1940. 1940, Japan was at war with China, the US, and 1940, it won't war at war with the US until 1942, or 1940, after December 1941. So, there was this thing called the Doolittle Raids, where the US sent some bombers to bomb the coastal cities in like Tokyo, and it's likely that Taro's parents were killed by a bomb during that time. And when Taro said his childhood was very lonely, it could imply that he had to live on it and survive on his own without his parents, which is pretty sad if you ask me.
Or sisters?
Hey, we be your brothers and sisters.
Sure. We all become one big happy family.
Yeah. And I will be your brother.
And I will be your sister. Well, not quite sister.
Well, that's very...
Wow. I must say that it's very nice for his students to actually become sort of his brothers and sisters. Though Daniel's one, yeah, she wanted more than to be so-called siblings.
Hey, boy!
And use his flirting skills to get what he wants.
Look, here is Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown wanted a break from his students and ended up beating all his boys.
Well, you're nearly 30 years.
The truth, Mr. Brown, must be told.
Nearly 30 years. Okay, this could imply that he's Mr. Brown's either 28, 29, 30, 31 or 32 years old.
What do you want to say, son?
Son? You just called me son.
Well, don't get your knickers in a twist. I call everybody son.
Yes, I think in the other countries, older men will call the young man son, even if they're not related. It's like an adjective to call them. Not really adjective, but yes, it's a word they can call them, even though they're not actually related by blood.
What do we do next?
Who cares?
Wow, that's not nice. But I don't think Italian viewers. Do you think that this is the real Italian shuffle? I don't think so. If it's not, what is the real Italian shuffle? Please tell me so. Galazzi.
There was a young lady called Nelly who was tattooed all over in Delhi. Right down her back was the Union Jack, and God save the Queen on her belly.
That sounds so NC16.
Thank you, Sir John Bretton.
I don't know who's that, but okay.
Right, now the poem we're going to read is called The Daffodils by William Wordsworth, alright?
This is the first poem the class actually reads, though the first poem by Ali is the first poem, though this is the second poem mentioned in the entire series.
Anybody know what the Milky Way is?
Si, senor. Chocolate.
He's not wrong, because the Milky Way is the name of a chocolate, and I think it still exists today.
Collection of stars.
Si, si. Sofia Loren.
No.
He tried again. Plot twist. But yes, I still wonder who is the girl that both Sid and Leo left. She should have been featured in this series, but she was never shown and was only mentioned for this year, so it's kind of sad if you ask me. Well, that's it for episode 12 of My Own Language Commentaries. I'm closing end to the end of season 1, so I'll finish it today, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye bye.